It's always the one where you know you're gonna need to get better. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, but so you try to each year prevent those type of things, the missed tackles, the unforced penalties, things like that. So you're constantly harping on those things and hoping that it turns out that way. So that's what we've been doing. Our guys are locked in on all the different situations and everything they need to do, and first game mistake type stuff. So prayerfully, that's how it works out. It's going to work out the way we've been, emphasizing to those guys about certain things, and they locked in. They're locked in. So really looking forward to this first game.
Coach, in the Miami-Florida game with a lot of those missed tackles and things, afterwards, John Beeson on the ACC network was saying it's kind of hard to get defenses ready for that physicality because, there's safety concerns for the offense. How do you guys balance keeping the offense healthy during the offseason but, getting them ready for that physicality?
It's tough, but you still have to go out there and play physical football. You got to play the game, and Coach Taggart does a great job of giving us live periods throughout practice. We may go into a practice and say, okay, we're going to make this period live. Full goal. We're going to tackle to the ground, do what we need to do so we can get better. May not be the full practice until you get to a scrimmage or something like that. So really try to have a, big time emphasis on tackling, getting people down on the ground, because you don't do it a lot. And something else you don't do really is sack a quarterback during camp. So that's something that you got to be really conscious of as well, especially going with the scouts this week and wrapping that guy up, getting him down on the ground.
We've asked a lot about Boise State's freshman quarterback, but what have you seen from their skill position players, wide receivers?
They're good football players, good players. Hightower, 16, is a good football player. Shakir is a good football player, and Thomas, 6. They're all good football players. They do a lot of things with those guys as well, and they all have a different skill set and do a good job. They got a good understanding of their offense and do a good job for them.
Go ahead.
Marvin was talking about how he kind of enjoyed having a little bit more space to work on the line, maybe not lining up straight inside every time. How have you seen him handle and adjust that, and Corey as well?
Well, they're phenomenal athletes for big guys, and you could tell they're liking it too, the way they're running around, and they got a different energy, if that makes sense. And so we're looking forward to see how that looks on Saturday. I think it's going to be really, really special. Just watch those big fellas run around and chase after the ball and do all the things we've been emphasizing this summer.
Boise returns all 5 offensive linemen. Just what did that group kind of come together and look like at the end of last year for them? I think they played the last 5 games all together.
Yeah, they're a good group. They play really well together. They're well coached, and they understand their scheme extremely well. And so you got to give them credit. The coaches do a great job with those guys, and they're confident. They know where they need to be and what to do. And like I said, they work really well together, and that's always good for our offensive line.
Well, Harlon, a lot of you guys are confident. You seem very confident. Jalen, some of those guys. Is there a balance between confident and being overconfident? What do you look for from players?
You always want to see confidence, but not cocky. That's what we always say. You got to remain. There's some humbleness still in there, even though you're very, very confident. And that's what that's where our guys are. They understand. Hey, we need to continue to work. We haven't played a game yet, but at the same time, we got some guys here. We got some guys here that can play football. They wouldn't be here at Florida State if they couldn't. So they should have a level of confidence that's good for all players to have, and that's what they're going to the season with.
Marvin talked a lot about being aggressive early. Is that something that you want to bring to the rest of the defense, or just the defensive line?
The entire defense. The entire team is an aggressive mindset, and we want to go get it. The tone has been set with Coach Taggart, and we want to have an aggressive mindset. We don't want to be a sit back and wait and see what happens type team. We want to go after and get it. So that's our mindset.
Coach, during media day, your secondary was talking a lot about how they've been working on getting their head around and those fundamentals. What have you seen from them so far?
Absolutely, they've been doing a good job of that. We got our eyes on the ball, on the quarterback a lot more, and being able to vision and break, what we call vision and break. When we see him throwing the ball, guys breaking on the ball, going after it, and got a lot of guys with great ball skills back there too that can pull it in. So hopefully I don't jinx them, but hopefully we can get some interceptions this week and throughout the course of the season, because we have our eyes on the quarterback a little bit more.
What has Leonard Warner brought to that edge role and kind of shown you guys with the preseason and spring now that he has about 30 practices under his belt?
Man, Leonard's a really good football player. Big guy, big, physical, can run, smart, good tackler. He's a good football player. He's a really good football player, and he just brings that energy, that confidence, that wisdom, so to speak, that he has to play the game of football. Good football player.
Coach, you guys have you said you have a lot of talent on the defense, but you have a lot of young players on the defense. How do you kind of get them ready for this first game?
By remaining simple, just remaining simple. And that's who we are anyway. Let these guys' talent shine. It's not about, how many schemes we can put together and all that kind of stuff. It's about letting those guys go out there playing confident like we already spoke about. And they can play confident because it's simple. They know where to be, what to do, and now let their natural abilities come out.
That's kind of what you were striving for, it seemed like, as the season progressed last year, was to make it easier for the guys. I mean, this new sort of system or whatever, is it an easier thing for these guys to grasp and to key in on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've locked in on it. They got it down. They understand pretty much what will be called throughout different situations and expect those things to happen and then go out and play. And just go out and play.